welcome back. Okay, listen, interesting sentence. He's cheerful most of the time, but he's been a pain in the neck. A pain in the neck. Un dolor en el cuello, como tortícolis. O sea, ha sido un pesado. O sea, lleva tiempo siendo un pesado. Un dolor mortal. He's been a pain in the neck desde que le despidieron. Since he got the sack. Forma británica. To get the sack is to be fired. He's cheerful, usually. Cheerful. He's cheerful most of the time. Most of the time. La mayoría del tiempo. La mayor parte del tiempo. La mayoría de las veces. Most of the time. Siempre en singular con time, O sea, la mayoría del tiempo. Most of the time. Cheerful es lleno de cheer. Cheer, lleno de... Es risueño. Sonríe mucho. Él. He's cheerful most of the time. Most of the time. But he's been a pain in the neck. Un pesado de narices, He's been a pain in the neck since he got the sack or since he was fired. Okay, here we are back together again. Welcome back. Welcome to another sentence, to another day with your English. Listen to the sentence. He's cheerful, mi amigo. He's cheerful most of the time. Most of the time. Most of the time. But he's a pain in the neck. He's been a pain in the neck since he got the sack. Le han despedido, le despidieron, Y desde entonces no hay quien le aguante. Ha sido un dolor en el cuello, como un tortícolis, chico. But he's cheerful, es risueño. Cheer es vitorear, vítores, cheer. Cheerleaders son los animadores del equipo. Cheerleaders, líderes de los vítores, literalmente. Ahora, cheerful, lleno de cheer, lleno de risueñez, bueno, es risueño. Siempre sonriendo. He's cheerful most of the time. Most of the time. La mayor parte del tiempo. Most of the time. Most of the time. Most of the time. Mosta. Como mostar en Bosnia. Most of the time. Most of the time. Most of the time means la mayor parte de las veces o del tiempo. He's cheerful most of the time. But he's been a pain in the neck since he got the sack. Since he was fired.
Hi everyone, Felicity here. So, are you ready to have some fun? Yep. Okay, I have a secret, but I'm not allowed to tell anyone. Harriet says don't tell anyone, so I can't tell you. Okay, well, I'll tell you, but don't tell anyone. Harriet says she might cancel Mike's contract. She might cancel it because he doesn't work most of the time. Apparently, most of the time, he stands around talking. And most of the time, he's talking about girls that he's been on dates with. Oh no. Apparently, most of the time, he doesn't even listen to Harriet. I always listen to Harriet. Apart from that time, she said, most of the time, you're very annoying, Felicity. I was somewhat offended by that. Repeat with me. Most of the time. Perfect. Now be careful with time. Remember, it's not time. No, time. Most of the time. Oh, perfect. So, they think they might cancel Mike's contract because most of the time he does nothing. I like Mike. Most of the time. They won't cancel my contract because most of the time I'm just having fun.
All right, part 2, interesting part. He's cheerful most of the time. Most of the time. La mayoría de las veces o del tiempo es un hombre pues muy risueño, o sea, le gusta, es muy agradable. He's cheerful most of the time, but desde que le despidieron no hay quien le aguante. Es pesado. He's been, o sea, dirías en el castellano, es pesado desde que le han despedido. En inglés ha sido y sigue siendo pesado. A pain in the neck. He's been a pain in the neck since he was fired. He's been a pain in the neck since he got the sack, forma británica. A pain in the neck. Un dolor en el cuello, literalmente. También el dolor en the posterior. A pain in the ass. In the ass, okay. Doble S. He's been a pain in the ass, a pain in the neck. Yes, yo recuerdo cuando llegué a España y la gente decía, qué pesado es. Y no sabía traducirlo. Al final caí en la cuenta, anda, están diciendo he's a pain in the neck. Or a pain in the ass. He's a pain in the neck. Yes. Normally, he's cheerful. He's a cheerful man most of the time. But he's been a royal, de realeza. He's been a royal pain in the neck since he was fired or since he got the sack.
That Harriet is a pain in the neck. I spoke to her this morning about the big concern that had come up in her weekly meeting, and it turned out she didn't want to fire me at all. She just wanted me to do more work. She's unbelievable. She's such a pain in the neck. What is she? That's right, exactly. She's a pain in the neck. Say it with me. You're right, she's a pain in the neck. Well, actually, if you must know, it was Felicity who told me that Harriet was going to fire me. Well, sometimes that Felicity can be a pain in the neck too. I mean, she's a lovely girl. She is, but she's a bit silly. And sometimes she can be a pain in the neck. Well, I'm not going to pay attention to any of them anymore. I'm always complaining recently, and it's putting me in a bad mood. You must think I'm always complaining. Well, from now on, I'm not going to be a pain in the neck anymore. I'm going to stop complaining. But sometimes it's just that everyone is such a pain in the neck.
All right, part 3 of our sentence. Listen. Normalmente es un hombre muy agradable, siempre sonriente. He's a cheerful man most of the time. He's cheerful most of the time. But he's been a pain in the neck since he got the sack. Desde que recibió el saque. Bueno, eso significa en inglés británico desde que recibió el despido, notificación de despido. To get the sack. Oh, I got the sack yesterday. I was fired. Me despidieron. Yo fui despedido. I was fired. I got the sack, or I was sacked. Los británicos dicen fui saqueado. Literalmente, I was sacked. Yes. He's normally a cheerful person most of the time, but he's been a pain in the neck since he got the sack, or since he was fired. Yes, a pain in the neck. A pain in the back? No, a pain in the neck. Pero yo tengo un pain in the back. I have a backache. La palabra del día. Dolor de espalda. A backache. Back como espalda, ache, escrito H sin H al principio. H, junto, backache. Headache, stomachache, earache, toothache, backache. Backache.
Yep, things are getting very serious around here. You guys know Wayne, right? You know Wayne. You've met Wayne before. Well, I've got some bad news. Wayne got the sack. Yeah, he got the sack. He got fired. He got canned. Hay muchas formas de decir eso. He got the sack. Yeah, he got the sack. O se puede decir directamente, he got sacked. Yeah, oh, why? Why did he get the sack? Well, I'm sure he was causing a lot of problems. Wayne's a good guy, but he's a troublemaker. Yeah, he's always making trouble, Wayne. So, the other day, Harriet called him, and, well, it turns out, resulta, that he got the sack. Yeah, he got the sack. Le echaron. He got the sack. Otra forma de decirlo. He got fired. Yeah, he got the sack. He got fired. Una muy fuerte, pero también se usa. He got terminated. Cuidado, que no te lo diga un mafioso. Yeah, if you get terminated, that's a different story. Yeah, significa igual. He got terminated. He got fired. He got the sack. Oh, directamente, he got sacked. They sacked him. So I don't know what Wayne's going to do. No sé lo que va a hacer, but nobody likes to get the sack.